What's up, everybody? Welcome back for another episode of Buds, Bros, and Superheroes. If it's your first time coming to hang out, let me tell you how the show is going to go down so we can all be up on the episode. Buds, Bros, and Superheroes is the name of the show, but also acts of the sections of the conversations in which we're going to be having today. It's going to be a little bit different today, but a little bit the same. I know it's a little bit confusing, but we'll figure it out all together. So, today I have two guests. Yes, it's happening again. If you go back and listen to the supersized Mighty Morphin Power Ranger episode, I'm joined by the same guest coming back today. That was literally one of my most fun episodes. It's one of the episodes that I go back to and listen to the most. It was a good time. We're going to have a good time today with Mr. JD coming back.
How's it going?
And Mr. Mark coming back.
Hey, everyone.
My name is Nick James, and like I said, it's going to be a little bit different, but we are going to start the way that we always do, which is inside the Bud section. We're going to start with the same question that I always do with, what are you guys smoking on? What am I smoking on?
Oh, I'm sorry. Right, I'm smoking on a vape pen. I can't remember the name of it. I know it's a CBD THC combo because I went there specifically asking for that because sometimes these things get me a little too stoned, but it's good, whatever it is. I can't remember the name. If it comes to me, I'll be sure to tell you.
Nice.
Oh, and I was smoking some homegrown stuff. Yeah, I had a nice joint. I'm feeling good.
I have some Grassroots Yuck Mouth. It sounds like really bad stuff, but it's some of the best smoking taste that I've ever had. Smells pretty standard, but when you smoke it, it doesn't taste like burnt. It just tastes like delicious marijuana. It's pretty insane.
It smells sweet.
It is. It's very, very good. Yeah. Oh. I know it sounds a little, maybe, what's the word? Dumb or uninspired, but it tastes really weedy. Like, it tastes super skunky when you taste it. Like, you're like, and it's really in there tight. Yeah, sweet might be the word. It's really fucking delicious.
Tangy? A little tang to it? Or?
Definitely.
Yeah. Yuck Mouth. Interesting name.
Yeah, it is an interesting name. I don't know if that's supposed to say something about the taste. Like, it's supposed to put a yuck in your mouth. I mean, that's, not good for marketing purposes, but
that's what it's exactly what I'm saying too. It is weird because it is one of the more delicious ones. So why they named it so, I cannot figure out, but it is good. Grassroots, again, that's a good one. It's also, I bought some concentrate that I put into some cookies from them. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Try Yuck Mouth. It tastes like shit. That should be their slogan.
It probably is.
Yeah, reminds me of the Sasquatch thing, like your balls are dry. Like stop using detergent.
Oh, yeah. A little bit of other news that I kind of wanted to break here, and especially with you guys too. I'm actually in the midst of switching careers. I'm going to be a bud tender down at Scranton at one of the dispensaries here. I'll say, maybe we shouldn't name exactly which one, but one of the dispensaries here in Scranton. I'm going to start doing that. So that's awesome. I'm going to have a lot more knowledge for everybody out there coming in for the bud section, be able to drop a little bit more. No.
Do we get free samples?
So. No? I don't think so either. No, that'd be great.
CM's Club.
Can we come to the back and you just kind of shimmy some stuff?
What can happen is you go with your card and I let you in and I'll say hello to you. I can definitely get you that 110% to both of you guys.
Sounds good. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, super excited about that.
Now me will hang out in front of it like Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Oh, man. I wonder what they do there for Halloween. Yeah. They got to do something for Halloween.
Hell sure. Yeah, you probably get discount if you come dressed up as a marijuana leaf. At Chipotle, if you come dressed up as a burrito on Halloween, you get a free burrito. Maybe they'll give if you come dressed up like a joint or something, you get a little discount maybe.
I'm 100% going to bring that up. That's going to be my first business of order, man. I'm going to get in there and be like, what are you guys doing for Halloween? And they're like, whoa, new guy's weird. All right.
He's really into Halloween.
I think Chick-fil-A does something like that too.
Yeah, I think
Chick-fil-A on free chicken sandwich day. If you're dressed like a cow, they give you a free chicken sandwich or something. If you dress like a cow, you definitely get a something.
Yeah, that sounds.
I always find it weird that Chick-fil-A has a cow. I mean, I fought the Chick-fil-A cow once as Chuck E. Cheese.
You fought the Chick-fil-A cow?
Yes.
Like in a backyard thing?
No. Literally, when I was 16 years old, I worked at Chuck E. Cheese, and I was the actual mascot. And the one day, we both went outside with signs advertising the business, and the Chick-fil-A cow was across the street, and I was across the other side of the street with my sign, and he points at me, so I point back, and then just came to be a playful transaction where we just kind of fought each other and Luckily, both our managers thought that was hilarious, so we didn't get fired over it. But it was quite funny.
Sight to see, yeah, driving by, see a cow and Chuck E. Cheese fight, and that'd be wild.
I would like that.
Yeah,
ultimate death match.
I wish someone would record it, but I think it was a little bit before the time of phones having cameras.
Got it.
Or I think actually phones started just having cameras.
And the process of getting it up to YouTube was much harder.
Oh, God, yeah.
There was switching, and there was waiting for different medias, and 3.5 days to get it up there, and not so much as just point, click, and post as it is today. That's for fucking
easy,
sure.
Yeah, super easy now. But yeah, that would have been a funny sight to see.
Damn, now I wish I had some Chick-fil-A, though.
Fuck, I sat the other night. Ooh, God. So
what do you
good.
go for usually?
Oh, I'm such a fat ass when I go there. I get a spicy chicken sandwich, like a 12-piece nugget, fry, drink, and then I usually end up eating more fries from like my wife's thing. So I eat like the other night when I text you, I'm like, I feel like such a piece of shit because I ate so much. Like I ate it all too. Like sometimes I'll have some left over, but not that night.
What about you, sir? Just curious now because I fucking like Chick-fil-A. It's a good topic no matter what you're talking about.
I don't even know because I don't really eat at Chick-fil-A. So when it comes out to Chick-fil-A, that's usually like my fiance's kind of thing. She loves Chick-fil-A, so she usually orders for me because I'm just sitting there like, I don't know anything on this menu. It's not like if I go to McDonald's or go to Burger King, I already automatically know I want a Whopper or a Big Mac. It's just like one of those things like, a lot of chicken. Yep. Which one's the best? I don't know. But I know their fries are really good, so,
waffle fries are fucking something special. They really are.
Them and Arby's curly fries, they're up there too. Arby's curly fries. But yeah, their waffle fries are phenomenal.
All I know is my fiance loves their sauce.
Oh fuck!
The sauce is good as well. Yeah,
she praises that sauce like if Jesus came back himself.
What, the Chick-fil-A sauce?
Yes,
you mean?
The Chick-fil-A sauce.
I get them all, man. I like them all. Polynesian. You like the Polynesian?
Oh, you could buy it in a fucking bottle now at the super.
Have it at my house. Yep.
I have the Chick-fil-A sauce in a bottle because I found it at Target. Yep. I was going to say something else about this, but then boom, right out of my head. Pothole right out the gate is a bad one. Sorry, guys. Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A we were talking about.
I know the one close to us is opening up finally soon.
You mean there's going to be one that, here in Scranton?
Dixon City, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Could be a good deal.
Really tiny bud section there, guys. It is going to be more of a superhero as we don't have a single topic. I don't know if I left that out of the introduction. We just wanted to get started so damn quickly because it's already being so much fun.
Yeah.
But in the bros/superheroes, we are going to kind of hodgepodge, kind of like what you just saw. We started trying to talk about weed, but ended up talking about Polynesian sauce in a bottle. So we will figure it out. We will try to stick to some sort of schedule, if you will, but probably not too much. So we're going to kind of enter that now, recapping the year, giving ups and downs, the shit that we saw, stuff that maybe not all of us have seen. That's going to be fun trying to explain it to one another. Different kind of things, but it's going to be the different, but a little bit of the same as we enter the bros superhero section now. So on the list to start, this is just something quick I did. There's so much more we can jump into at any point, especially one that's not on the list that I want to talk about because I said with Popco, and I mean it to this day, there's always room for Ghostbusters. Let's even start with that. Did you guys see the new trailer for Afterlife? Ghostbusters Afterlife it's called, right?
Yeah, I'm a huge Ghostbuster fan, like the original movie, so I thought it looked fucking great. And you put Paul Rudd in anything, I feel like it's bound to be entertaining at the very least,
He's super ageless. It's weird.
It's amazing. He looks like he's, I don't know, I look older than him, I feel like he's timeless, as they say.
He's definitely one of those things where you go down the YouTube rabbit hole and he's being declared as a lizard man or a vampire. He's definitely aging very well.
I've gone down those same ones of, I think it was Keanu Reeves was one of them, and maybe I can't remember the other one, but Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
There's this picture of this guy that's marked from either the Civil War era or right before it, where it's dude, that's a picture of Nick fucking Cage 100%.
Yeah.
But no, I don't personally believe he's a vampire.
I personally believe Morgan Freeman found the Holy Grail because he hasn't aged at all.
After he got old. He got old and then stayed old, in my opinion. He's one of those people that's just like my grandfather has just always looked the same to me. It's just no, he didn't get Somebody was like, "Does he look older to you?" And I'm like, "No, he's looked the same since I was 12. What the fuck are you talking about?"
He's been giving me Werthers and having white hair.
Yeah. I took him to Cooper's.
Oh,
He had a good time looking at all the stuff on the walls and ordered himself a very strong martini and just had himself a good time.
Oh yeah, that's the place you gotta go if you have people that have never been to Scranton or in the area. Yeah, for sure.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Cooper's, it's a
Seafood place.
In Scranton. That's where all the office shit is and stuff, and yeah.
If you like The Office,
I think I passed by it. Is it the one with all the decorations?
It's a boat. Yeah, it looks like a big ass ship
okay.
with like
there's
an
an
octopus
octopus
on top. Yeah, and as a kid driving by that, it was awesome. Like it was so cool. Personally, I don't like the food there that much, but the vibe is very cool. Like it's a cool spot if you're out of town, from an out of town and shit like that. So,
and now outside as well to firmly, stamp The Office on it. There's even now a forehead floating mural.
Yeah.
Of Michael, Dwight, Jim, and Kevin. Maybe who's the fourth?
Not Pam. No.
I don't think it was a lady. Trying to look back on it and think, but I didn't take a picture either.
I know Kevin's always in Scranton. Like the actor is always in Scranton. Brian Bumgarner, he's always in Scranton. So I feel like that's made Kevin makes sense. I feel like.
Does he live in the area? Kind of like Bam Margera lives in like Westchester.
No, he just visited like a few, like part of like the Office convention, and then he like just loved it here and came back, and he's just been here a couple times.
I don't see the appeal, but good for him.
But Ghostbusters, yes, it looks. See, look, we're going off the rails here, but Ghostbusters looks great. I can't wait to see it. When's that come out?
I think in and around spooky time, so October, November, maybe.
Great.
I know that they 100% stamped in theaters only.
Yeah, which that's fine.
Now, who produced the movie?
Sony.
Yeah. Okay, well, they don't really have a mainstream app that I'm aware of that you can watch all Sony exclusive. If that was the case, we could all get all the Spider-Mans.
Yeah.
But
there'd be a lot, yeah. Sony has a lot of fun IP, but that's a good point.
Because as far as I know, they don't have a streaming service. So I guess it would be only theater only, unless they would sell it to Disney.
Sell it to someone, correct? Yeah,
that's
a good idea.
That's a movie I'd go to the theaters for. Like certain ones, I'd be like, I could wait till it comes out, but that I feel like I gotta be there. Like if not opening weekend, like soon after.
Well, it can't be any worse than 2016 Ghostbusters.
All the girls, yeah.
Yes.
I didn't watch that one.
I stick up for that movie. I like it.
Liked it?
I just
like it.
I just didn't have any. I heard it got bad reviews, so that kind of turned me off, and I never watched it. But I might. Who knows? I might enjoy it if I watched it.
I don't like all of it. I like its premise. I don't like the idea that they just showed up and they were like, well, we have to get from this point to this point. Now, like, just do your thing and be funny. Because it led them down a lot of bad paths.
Yeah.
I like
as a whole, the cameos were fun. The story itself wasn't bad. The ghost looked good. There were some callbacks in that. And, like, I don't pan it as hard as others have.
Yeah.
But I am much more excited for this and the fact of it's like, let's continue the franchise we already started,
This looks like it has like a direct connection. I think Egon's. It looks to me from the preview like it's Egon's granddaughter or something, like the kid in it. So I like how there's a direct link to the previous ones, and hopefully they could build even more onto it. You know what I mean?
Now, do you think this will be like, since it's going to be a continuation, do you guys believe that this is going to be like the end? Like this is going to be like maybe somehow they close, kind of like a Danny Phantom kind of thing. They're going to close the ghost realm.
I don't know. I mean, I would hope they would build on it. As long as it's good, I hope they would build on it. You know what I mean? Like if it's garbage, then hopefully it's the last one. But I think it'd be cool to see like a new generation of Ghostbusters, like, new actors or actresses or whatever. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah, I'd like to see a new saga. But I wonder if they're going to like end it with this saga. Like, they're from what their predecessors has started. They finished the research and figure out how the ghosts are coming, how they are actually, these apparitions are here and manifesting themselves so strongly.
Oh, that fucking, speaking of I'm just thinking about the first, was it the second one with the library? The second Ghostbusters? With the old lady in the library?
That's the opening scene of the first one.
That fucking freaks me the fuck out to this day. Like, it's like, it was like, holy shit, that's some cool visual effects for the time, you know what I mean? But now it's like, oh, there she is. Oh, yeah.
And Funko Pop form. I know you guys can't see that, but That's what we're looking at.
Angry Librarian Funko Pop is one of my favorite
That's
Funko
amazing.
Pops.
Yeah, it's such like a niche one. I feel like, you know what I mean, like a niche one.
If you wanted to see.
That scene also reminds me of that horror movie Legions, where they're in the diner and the old lady's like, she scares up across the wall.
Yeah, that's based off a comic.
I don't think I ever saw that.
That's got Doug Jones in it at some point. One of my favorite makeup artist actors
I
ever.
swore she
I think I
had
know
legs.
That is. I can't.
But I guess she didn't.
What?
I said I thought she had legs, and
I don't know in Ghost Form if she did. I just love the piano riff.
Yeah.
Get her. Boom, boom, boom.
It's like a typical 80s movie. Just the
Yeah, it was
soundtrack.
so good.
Now, do you think the
Just
guys
let
are going to
you
make
know.
cameos again
Oh, for sure.
in this movie?
Yep.
I'm hoping a Bill Murray cameo. Like that would be fucking amazing. But
Spoilers. It's been
confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know
okay.
that. Cool. That's. I mean, if it's already out there, that's. I don't care about that. That's awesome though.
I also wanted to quick call back Danny Phantom reference. Nice. Love me some Danny Phantom.
I loved Danny Phantom as a child.
It's so good.
Yeah,
if you want
it's
to borrow the DVDs and relive your life,
Oh, yeah.
relive that childhood. I mean, like, I got you. I found it on Mercari for a good price, and I was like, yes. And I went through them all.
I don't.
Correct.
I've never watched anything.
Oh, no? Oh, bro. Such a good fucking premise. So just in case you don't know, do you want to know what it's about?
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Well, Danny Phantom, he was just 13 when his parents built a very strange machine. It was built to fuse two worlds, something unseen. He's going to catch them all because he's Danny Phantom.
Oh shit.
When the something didn't work, his parents just quit. And then Danny took a look inside of it. There was a great big flash. Everything got changed. His molecules got all rearranged.
Wait a second. I'm trying to think. I might know this actually.
It usually came on right after Fairly Odd Parents.
Because it was done by the same guy, Butch Hartman.
Okay. I might have seen.
So the animation style is the same, which I really love, like that thick outline. I've always really enjoyed his type of drawing.
Okay.
It's really cartoony, but really
Yeah.
proportionally correct, too. I like him.
And then there was a cross universe of Danny Phantom, and I want to say Fairly Odd Parents, or maybe it was Danny Phantom and Jimmy Neutron.
I know Fairly Odd Parents, Jimmy Neutron went crossed. I don't
Yes.
remember Danny going crossed anytime.
I believe he did, or maybe I'm just thinking of like the art form where if Butch would have continued on with the show, he would have created a thing where all of them live in the same universe. I'd
That'd
say
be
that
cool.
with a bunny.
Because there's
fingers.
another one, too. There was a dog. There's a white dog who's a secret agent. I don't remember that one.
I do remember what you're talking about, and I don't remember the name. But I
he
do
was in that
exactly, yeah.
universe. I don't remember that. Anyway, when he woke up, he had glowing green eyes. He can walk through walls, disappear, and fly. And then during it, like I'm done rapping the intro now. But like that was what was cool about it is like ghost superpowers.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's been done before, but this way did it fun. There was ghosts that came through the portal. His dad and his mom were ghost hunters, but they were bumbling idiots. So Danny had to do this all under, it was
Right.
a bit cliched 90s fun cartoon, but
Okay.
it was spot on. He learned to shoot like plasma stuff. They did time travel episodes where like there's a future Danny. And I love any type of quote, Days of Futures Past, unquote stuff where it's like, let's see your future, but if you
Right.
go back and change it, what changes? Or even like Back to the Future 2.
Oh yeah. Yep. The whole.
There was an evil Danny. What else was there?
There was robots. There was the box ghost.
Yes.
There was like the meatloaf ghost, and then like the cool part about it is if you kept up with it, the continuity stuck, and all these characters would come back, and you'd remember shit. And for a show that like you didn't need to watch every episode, if you did, you were just like, huh,
Oh, shit,
almost like a
yeah.
fucking puzzle. You just see the bigger thing of just like this was actually very well crafted, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden they were just like, boop.
I think
No more Danny Phantom.
Yeah, I think I might have just missed might have been coming on my cartoon. You know what I mean? Not fully in cartoons at that point in time, thinking I was too cool for them. But yeah, I could picture it, but I never saw an episode. But it sounds pretty fucking cool.
This was not a conversation I would have when it was on.
Right.
Like, I do remember that. I don't remember who I was talking to about it, but there was that time in my life where, like, people were like, what are you doing? And it's like, I don't know. And I'd be like, tomorrow's Saturday. I'm waking up early eating fucking cereal and watching cartoons. Guys, but I wouldn't fucking say that.
Right, of course. Yeah.
I'm going to pick all the marshmallows out of the Captain Crunch and eat, watch some cartoons.
Did you go through any of that? I'm kind of nerd, like, I'm going to put that on the back burner if people are watching.
Yeah, I mean, because I played sports, especially during middle school. So for me, if they were asking me like, "What are you doing after practice?" And I was like, "I'm not going to tell them. I'm going to go home and watch Toonami and start watching some Yu Yu Hakusho and Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z and all these other Japanese animated cartoons." I was like, "Oh, I'm not going to tell you that."
Oh yeah, I was like that too. Like there's certain shit like I can't think of specific things or incidents, but like maybe I don't want to let it out that I'm such a nerd when it comes to this shit. But now I'm like full. I don't give a shit. I talk about it. I'm doing a podcast with you about it now, so it's like,
and I'm sorry,
comes full circle. Comes full circle,
and it's also becoming a little bit cool again, or at least more in public eye. I don't remember what my wife had on, but one of the characters was at this party with everybody else wearing a Spider-Man shirt, and somebody said something quote unquote geeky to him about like, shit, I can't fucking remember. Again, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
It was something to the effect of like, which Spider-Man did you like better, Maguire or Garfield or something like that, where I was like, that's a fucking, like, some people won't understand that.
No.
Some people who are watching this show for like the general show will have to go and maybe either A, it'll go over their heads and they won't give a shit, or other people go like, what are they talking about? Yeah. Like, we've reached that point where it's become like, now I know more than you, motherfucker, kind of thing of like, if I told 9th grade Nick that, because 9th grade Nick was the most insecure Nick there's ever been. I went to a different high school, blah, blah. But if I told him one day, you waking up early to watch Spider-Man is going to pay off. For whatever the fuck that's worth. But like right now, it's cool, bro.
Right, we're hip. We're
the nerds. The nerds are back.
Yeah.
Revenge
nice.
of the nerds.
Revenge of the nerds.
Yeah, I mean it's fucking wild to see how mainstream it is now compared to like when we were younger. Like it was popular with kids when we were younger, but like now it's like mainstream adult, like you said, like it's some TV shows, like references, and yeah, it's fucking cool to see.
Yeah, I mean, like you got shows like Big Bang Theory, who their whole premise of the show was not only just scientific stuff, but they were geeks and nerds, and they would reference comic books and TV shows, and they were just constant references.
Yep, nerd culture.
I would pay for a supermarket sweep of their apartment. They're like, all right, Nick, you get 5 minutes. Grab whatever you can. Where would you want to go? I'd be like, Leonard and Sheldon's fucking apartment. Right against the back wall, they have Longclaw. They have Jon Snow's. You could see one of Green Lantern's statues are up there. There's another character whose name flew out of my head that I always see up there. Like,
yeah,
that would be such a good fucking time. They do have so much nerdy shit.
That would be fucking cool.
Let me ask this question. What do you think started this nerdy pop culture? Like, what made this start? I mean, like a show like Big Bang Theory would have never blew up in like the late 90s, early 2000s. Like you had like things like Seinfeld, which I know JD's loves and stuff like that. But it would have been as big as Seinfeld. It would have never seen the light. So what, for us three, what do we think that, started this giant pop culture?
I think the first like Spider-Man movie, like the original with Tobey Maguire, kind of like kicked shit off to like, at least for comic books, and then it kind of maybe accelerated from there, you know what I mean? But I think that was big to make it more mainstream, because like Star Wars and shit was always around, and there was always a big following of that, but
there was Trekkies and Star Wars nerds that accompanied that, to which kind of, to clash with your point now of like, there is none of that, comic book and New York Comic Con and LA Comic Con have become just bigger, well, no more, but pre this nonsense, you know what I was going for. They just get bigger of like movie stars showing up and people showing up because of that.
Yep.
And other people like, hey, can I stop and take a picture with you and your awesome cosplay? Whereas, kind of what you were saying with like, I get nerd culture's been around, but I'd have to agree. Spider-Man is what I would have to definitely say, that mixed with maybe Batman, the animated series.
Yeah.
Just because that was like, I think it's really people our age, in our exact demographic of range of just like, who are really tearing it up with just like more.
Yeah.
I can take more and more of it. It's because we were introduced young with all these great cartoons that we're talking about. And then the first live action one came out where it's like, oh shit, other people like that too. Like, all right, let's round up the gang. We can all go see Spider-Man now. And then it hasn't fucking stopped.
And I feel like it was the first Spider-Man was the first one with like, because there was like obviously the Batman movies prior to, but like Spider-Man was the first one with like awesome like visuals because like he was slinging through the city and it didn't look corny. It didn't look like it looked like, oh shit, this is really happening. So I think that kind of attracted people to see it. I feel like that was kind of like you said, the kickoff to like it becoming more mainstream.
The dawn of CGI.
Right, yeah, sort of, yeah, like for like at least for superhero stuff, you know what I mean? Like that was the first one where it was like, oh shit, this is fucking awesome. Like Batman was cool, like the 80s ones, but like all right, that's clearly fake. You know what I mean? That stunt or whatever, but yeah.
I know it sounds stupid, but I think the 80s, the Tim Burton Batmans feel like Tim Burton movies.
Yeah.
So they never really feel like a superhero movie to me.
Yeah, there's that weird vibe to them. Yeah, that Tim Burton vibe. Like, it's a weird city. The city never looked like a real... Like, the Batman, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't look like a real city that you could picture being in. So I kind of... Which was cool in the sense that it kind of felt like more like a comic book, but it had that, like you said, that Tim Burton vibe where it's like... Yeah, it's just a weird Tim Burton movie, which is good, but it's not like, like a full-blown superhero movie, I don't feel like.
Tim Burton and superheroes, what are those things called?
The intersecting
Venn diagram?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
It does have a very big middle, so there are things that pay off, but it never feels like one.
No. Right, like you said. Yeah.
And then you got to think about also the costumes. They were not really that great. I mean, look at Hey Arnold as Mr. Freeze. Like
that Michael Keaton couldn't move his neck, man.
He couldn't even move his neck.
Shoulders had to move with that, just like, what's going on over there?
Yeah.
I mean,
and then the infamous, too, in Returns, where his eyes are painted, and then he goes to rip off the mask, and they're not painted. So when the mask comes off, he's not...
Yeah.
God, that shit bothered... I was a kid, and I was like, foul!
Yeah.
Knock that shit off!
Yeah. I agree. That shit annoys me, too.
And then, I don't know, the Schumacher ones kind of felt too like my dad's superhero movie.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man, to kind of wrap this into me trying to come back, felt like a not your father's superhero type of movie. We're going to take shit just a little bit more serious. Not that we're not going to, not... Because, again, walking myself into a corner. You
have to please the man. You have to please, like, the true comic book fans, but also make it more...
appealing
to the wider audience,
to like newer. Well, I shouldn't say newer because everyone should know who Spider-Man. There shouldn't be like a thing of no one knows who Spider-Man is, but to get introduced into the Spideyverse, we should say, or even into the Marvelverse, where we had the Iron Man movies, like the original Iron Man, first one. A lot of people didn't know who Iron Man was. I remember a group of my friends who they loved Japanese, mangas and anime, but had no idea who Iron Man was. Like, they knew Spider-Man, they knew the Hulk, they knew Thor, but they didn't know Iron Man. They were just like, who's Iron Man? Who's this guy in a suit of, basically iron? And I was like, you don't know Iron Man? Are you for real? And then, it dawned on me, it was like, I guess that he isn't that popular unless you read comic books.
Definitely before RDJ took it up, I would say that he was more obscure. He did get his own series, but it wasn't as popular as the X-Men or the Spider-Man animated series that was on. Even as popular as the Hulk one, I remember. Because I can remember, even though it's only one word, I remember the animated Hulk of like, Hulk, dun 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 dun, Hulk.
Yeah.
Like, I think Iron Man's a similar, like, Iron Man, maybe. And just him banging away, almost kind of like similar to what in the first movie when he's banging, but he had a bunch of different suits.
Would have been cool if it was like Iron Man, the Ozzy Osbourne song, Iron Man, but Black Sabbath. But yeah, like...
Just a bunch of 12-year-olds just like, yeah,
Black Sabbath. Yeah, like... Yeah, when it comes to like Iron Man, that I think as a kid I couldn't relate to Iron Man because he's this rich dude, and like Spider-Man was more relatable as a child. Like, oh, he's a teenager who got bit by, even though it was a ridiculous premise, kind of, he got bit by a spider. That's how he got superpowers, as opposed to some rich dude who just built like a cool ass suit. You know what I mean? So I feel like that.
Spider-Man's also one of those like really highly diverse ones because depending on which verse of the Spideyverse you're going into, it's either he's a teenager, he's in college and he gets bit by the spider, or you go further into him being as an adult, which he already has his powers, and kind of already mastered most of it, and he's now just kind of like how we were introduced to Batman, where he already has his villains, and everything's already set, and you're kind of just catching up. Because I know like MTV had the Spider-Man, and it was the 3D version?
It was that weird in between one. I remember the fuck you're talking about. That was some shitty shit.
Yeah. But he was
it was shitty looking. It was a good story. I don't mean to shit on you and interrupt. I just wanted to clarify. Good story, horrible animation style.
Yeah, it was horrible.
It looked so bad.
But it had him basically just like in the teenage version where he gets bit by a spider, but he's in college, and it's the same premise of the teenage version of which we're used to. But then it was him in college.
A little bit of a lost time in what you... Yeah, I agree with that because he's... Yeah. One more question before we get into the show proper, One more question before we actually start the list, if you guys can. Who do you think has the better rogues gallery of Batman or Spider-Man? Because Batman's damn good, but somebody in the comment section fought for Spider-Man, and after they were done, I was like, ooh... I think they're right. Spider-Man's fucking... It's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think I'm just like a bigger Batman fan, I feel like. So I feel like I'm going to go Batman. But like just for the fact that, like I said, I'm a bigger fan of Batman. But, I mean, Spider-Man obviously has his own shit too. But
what do you mean rogue?
They're bad guys.
Oh, okay. Villains? When it comes down to like super powered villains, Spider-Man definitely has that because he's super powered himself. So he naturally most of all his villains are super powered. So they have unique abilities. While Batman, his are more like, yes, there's some super mutants in there, but then he's mostly dealing with averagely smart people like the Joker, the Riddler.
Mad Hatter,
Mad Hatter,
the Mafia in general,
Deathstroke.
Yeah, now you think about it, like there's so many fucking cool Spider-Man ones. Like
the Sinister Six is the big thing that pops up of why I kind of give it to Spider-Man, and the fact of you get the Injustice League in DC that maybe Batman has take on, but never really do Batman's villains team up enough to have their own fucking name.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
So, like, the fact that they're known as the Sinister Six is pretty fucking cool. If all of them just going, do you know what I'm sick of? Spider-Man. All of us, let's roll. Like, I don't care who gets the credit. Like, let's go take this motherfucker out.
Let's fucking get this dude. Yeah. It's... I'd probably, actually, now I think about it, I'd probably go Spider-Man, too. It's... Like you said, I feel like he has more of a gallery of villains, you know what I mean? But, yeah, I'd probably go Spider-Man.
Huh. I mean, Batman has a gallery, but if we look at the way his villains are in categories, he has masterminds. Yeah. So Batman faces averagely, more smarter geniuses than he does super mutants. Like Bane it's pretty dumb if we go by his actual version, but not the movie version where he's super intelligent for some odd reason. But, he was a drug addict who, he comes, super pumped when he takes that venom. But he's technically not really smart. He's just really overpowered. Then you got like Killer Croc. Killer Croc's a mutant. But that's pretty much, and then his like superheroes, like Mr. Freeze even has superpowers. He needs a gun. So he's easily dispensed if you can either break his helmet or you can get rid of the gun. So all his villains are very, like if Superman had to deal with them, he would just slap them and it would be over. Batman has to use his brain and figure out like their little tricks and everything just to get around them.
Yeah.
Versus Spider-Man. Spider-Man has like mutants. Like he's fighting like super junked up, people shoot electric, super strength. Kingpin is probably about the most average of all of them, but he's still super strength. He has the Rhino. He has all these people that he has to constantly fight. So it's not only just his brain constantly working, but he also has to figure out how to overpower these people.
I think, too, the thing that I was thinking about is like all of Batman's villains as well kind of want to just fuck up the world. So
Right.
Ra's al Ghul wants to be the leader. Different people, Mr. Freeze can watch it all freeze.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel a lot of Spider-Man's villains, are just like, if Spider-Man wasn't here, I'd just rob banks. Like, all I'm trying to do is just get by.
Right.
Which brings a different, like, now that I'm thinking about it, that's why the 6 of them team up. It's just like, wouldn't life be easier if he was fucking gone? Whereas maybe that's why Batman villains can never really get along. Vandal Savage is not going to eventually bow down to Ra's al Ghul or anything like that. No. There has to be a clear winner eventually.
Yeah.
That's funny to think about.
Yeah.
I mean, that is like the key difference there, because all of, like, even if you would watch the show Gotham, all the villains are they're pretty much all against each other as well as they're against Batman, because they all want control of Gotham. They all just want the world, and they're not willing. Their egos are just too strong. Unless it's the Joker, who just doesn't really care. He's just there to create chaos. He might as well be a Loki. And, he's just there to, just have fun and just blow things up. Like, that's all he wants. But all Batman's villains they just want control. And they're not willing to let go of their egos and everything to let that go, which is also we've seen in the comic books and anime series and stuff. Whereas where Batman, if they do team up in any way, where Batman exploits them, is like, oh, you're going to listen to the Penguin? Like, well, why are you going to listen to him? You're totally stronger than him, Bane. Like, you could totally snap the Penguin and take over everything.
Totally.
And then, like, that's how he plays on them. Like, he always... But, again, Batman is also more of a, great detective versus the Spider-Man, where Spider-Man's more of a rookie. But if I would have to pin both of Batman and Superman against each other, Batman and Spider-Man against each other, I still think Batman would win.
Yeah,
Spider-Man with Venom suit, a little angry, is the only chance he'd have.
Yeah.
Yeah, Batman's fucking...
But Batman, I would have to agree, if we're going to put them against each other. Yeah. Because then Peter Parker wouldn't hold back in the Venom suit. Symbiote would kind of take over and wouldn't cause the mercy. But eventually Batman would figure out the sound thing. Yeah, you're right.
He's a smart dude.
Yeah.
So kind of teased in the intro, we are going to go through a different amount of kind of media that has come out over the past 2 years from the big two of Marvel and DC. Starting off in Marvel, we've actually had we've each had individual episodes discussing one of the 3 shows that came out between WandaVision, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then Loki. So really kind of quick, if you guys want to riff through what you thought of all of them, how would you rate all of them, and any kind of key points?
If I'm going to rate the 3 of those 3, I'm going to go WandaVision, Loki, and Falcon Winter Soldier. I think WandaVision was like, holy, like an oh shit moment. I think, because you were like, you didn't watch it at first, right? Remember, I think I was like, you got to watch this show, because it was like, I knew you probably would get around to it, but I was like, no, you need to watch it now, because there was so much crazy shit happening. I feel like it was kind of like, all right, Marvel set the bar pretty high with WandaVision, like, and it's like they have a lot to live up to now. And Loki, I thought was, very good, and like it was a close second for me. Like, I enjoyed Loki a lot, but Falcon Winter Soldier got better towards the end. But I felt like the first couple episodes kind of dragged. So overall, like I said, if I'm going to rank them, it would be WandaVision, Loki, and Falcon Winter Soldier. In that order.
I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste really quick. I felt the same way.
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't thrilled about how Loki ended, I still liked it better than Falcon and Winter Soldier, because there's too many times during every episode of that where I was like, how long is this? Like, every episode kind of was just like, what are we doing? What's going on here? But the costume design of the new Captain America, who, as we're hodgepodging here, we can kind of say, got his own movie. 100% Captain America 4 starring Anthony Mackie is happening.
Yep.
So that's cool because that suit was fucking kick.
Oh yeah, it was badass.
Cool. Yeah. But I don't know how I feel about him as Captain America. Especially after seeing him in Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., seeing him in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like, I was like, I don't know if he's big screen material. Like, I just don't. I don't see it. Like, maybe he'll surprise us all. And I hope so. But at the same time, I don't feel like he has the acting ability to wow us in a big cinematic movie.
I agree.
Yeah.
When I was watching Falcon Winter Soldier, I was more like, and Winter Soldier. Like,
yeah, right.
You know, like, all right, Falcon, whatever you're doing, sister on a boat, like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But I was more interested in Bucky sitting and taking out the guy and, like, knocking on his door and being like, hey, friend, do I see you for lunch every day? I killed your son, and, like, having to live with that, and what does that like? And
yeah.
I also understand, you know, it was two sides of a coin of what soldiers do coming home. Some of them are PTSD and some of them can't live correctly. They can't get jobs. They can't get their loans. Their families can't get together. So it was two sides of a similar coin that they were expressing through the two characters. I just found Bucky's much more interesting.
I didn't even think of that way, like at all. Like you just blew my mind with that, like the comparison of those two, and I was thinking about it while you were saying it. I was like, oh my God, he's right.
Thank you. Yeah. That's how I looked at it. And it's just like, well, I don't know. Somebody will eventually come and figure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's, like you said, I don't know. Anthony Mackie, that's his name, right? Anthony Mackie.
Yeah.
Like, but Marvel, if they're good at anything, Marvel movies, they take people who we think might suck and they end up being like great. You know what I mean? Like Robert Downey Jr. when he did Iron Man, going back to Iron Man, like his career was shit at that point. Like that kind of brought him back to relevancy. So I feel like they have a good eye for like, okay, this guy could carry a movie. So hopefully, like, but going off what I've seen so far, yeah, I'm a little skeptical too. But I have hope. I have hope that Marvel will be like, no, they know what they're doing. You know.
And it can always end up kind of like a Captain America Civil War, where it's a Captain America name, but like there's a lot more people than Captain America in that movie compared to even the first one or the second one. The second one's really just him and Natasha hanging out a bunch, where it's really on Chris Evans' shoulders the whole time.
Right.
Whereas at least with the first one, you know, the kind of coming up and the story holds it.
Yeah.
But Civil War it's everybody's story a little bit, so it could kind of be maybe the cap to this phase of the three movies. Which would be interesting if you cap this with the most grounded out of Loki and WandaVision. They're like, we should finish this up with Captain America, new Captain America, just going, hey, this is my universe and you're going to stop it.
Fuck that magic shit.
Yeah, stop it.
I mean, that would be cool. But yeah, I mean, if I had to agree with both of you guys with the way that you guys listed everything, because it's just, that's how I saw it too. WandaVision, this is my premise. And I was talking with my fiance's mother. And I like a show that I can't predict what's going to happen.
Right.
I don't like to know what's going to happen. Like, even if I'm watching Godzilla versus King Kong, like, even if I know the outcome of the battle, I still want to be wowed and surprised by something. So I want to be able to be like, oh, I didn't see that one coming, or that's a little new, you know, like, and I felt like WandaVision and Loki kind of gave me that. Like, yeah, did Loki start off slow? Yes, but like as that show continued to trickle on, there was a lot of like surprise factors in there, like everyone being variants, and you know, it was just like, oh, okay. And I just didn't feel that with the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Like everything was kind of predictable and dull, and it's just like,
and I think just the magic aspect that gives you so much more room to work with than like a Captain America show, because it has to be somewhat more based in reality. Obviously, it's a superhero show. There's weird shit that happens, but you know, like WandaVision, you can go to crazy different places. You know, time warp, go on these variants. And Loki, you can go on these, you know, variants into different universes and stuff like that. So I feel like Captain America kind of pigeonholed itself, which I guess is probably the point. You know what I mean? Because it's a show about Captain America, but like WandaVision and Loki was able to do so much more cool shit, I thought, because they were just like, nope, we're going back to when he was like DB Cooper and Loki, like when he was jumping out of the plane. Like, that was fucking cool to me. I'm like,
oh, yeah,
he is like,
never would have called that.
Right,
like you were talking about earlier. Like, are we going to see Loki as DB Cooper? And it's like, what the fuck kind of question is that? Like, what? And then when you watch, you're like, that makes sense on. Yep. So that's a good point, both. Yeah.
And the funny thing about that scene was all that was a bet between him and Thor, I believe.
It was just a stupid bet. Yeah.
I wonder what the Google search hit on DB Cooper was that day. It must have gone from like, I don't know, 65 a day, maybe tops, to like what? 150,000 or some
Yeah.
shit like that every hour.
And that's a cool story. I mean, we're not going to go off on that, but the whole DB Cooper thing is a cool story, and this because it's still a mystery to this day. So that this was kind of like a wink and a joke that, like, oh no, it was just Loki. Like he was fucking around, and
Yeah, it was a good play on history.
Yeah, exactly.
So that it was a very good play on history. It was just very funny.
yeah,
like you said, it's unsolved. So the factor of it being the god of mischief come to Earth is
Right.
as much of a good theory as anything else because we don't
Exactly.
fucking know.
It
So
makes sense. Yeah.
that is a good point.
It's
The
just,
thing-
just like the pyramids. Was it the aliens? We don't know.
So I guess it's the thing that bothered me the most about the finale is the opposite of like I saw that coming. You know, we did get exactly what the guy wanted. We figure out who the guy at the end of time is, and he's here saying one of two things is going to happen. Go. And rather than making a third option and outsmarting him, Sylvie just does one of the two. She kills him, and we're just left with, all right, something new's going to happen. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Like, you know, it was exactly like that's what I had the problem with. He presented what like that one of these things is going to happen, and then it fucking did.
Yeah.
I don't like that they didn't come up with a third option to get
Yeah.
around it, which still had the same consequences or even maybe similar consequences. But the fact that he said one of you is going to kill me, most likely her, and then she stabs him like, and he goes, "See you soon," or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck. Yeah, it's a cool magic trick, but it just didn't do the same kind of oomph for me that WandaVision gave me at the end, where we closed the story of like, it was Agatha all along. She's a bitch, but I got that bitch under control. And now I'm fine with opening the door to the multiverse at the end of Where Are My Kids?
Yeah.
But that story is put away, where I still feel like without Owen Wilson now remembering who Loki was, it's just like, fuck, now we have to play that game of like, they have to get to know each other again. And there is no season 1 of Loki. There's no kaput in a box. Here it is. The same way WandaVision gave me is how I
Yeah.
feel about it.
Yeah.
And those are all valid complaints. My biggest complaint is much more.
Say it.
I just wanted Owen Wilson to say "wow" once.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, I wanted to say it on a jet ski. I wanted
right.
the last shot to
Yes.
be him riding in, and we get
You
so
talked
close to
about
his
that,
face,
yeah.
and it's just like, wow, and black, and that's how it ends. That's what I wanted.
That would have been fucking cool. I was like, yeah, wow.
Just one.
Jumping over a fucking huge.
Yes.
I would have just loved when he was running away, from the cloud and the lightning and everything. He was just like, ka-chow. like he would just say, like, just that little. I mean, it's still part of Disney, well, Pixar, but it's
Same difference to them, yeah.
he could have.
They all get checks with mouses
Yeah,
on them.
right.
So
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it would have been nice to just hear him say something like it was iconic for himself,
Right,
Just to
exactly.
sneak it in there, just a little bit.
Yeah, that would have been great. Wow.
yeah, there was no oomph factor at the end.
I did not know there was going to be a season 2, so that fucking was cool. I thought
That
that
was
was cool.
Yeah.
But I feel like we talked about it was because this was supposed to be longer. I heard right but then COVID and all that shit happened. So, but I mean, yeah, first Marvel show in this new round of shows that's going to have a second season, right? Correct? I don't think.
Yes, none others have been confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
So
think,
that's cool.
Yeah, I don't think WandaVision. I don't see how you would have a second season of that. And
The only thing I can see with WandaVision is maybe her morally answering or explaining why she. Well, I already know why she did what she did. The only thing I can see is her morally explaining to everybody why she imprisoned them, and then seeing the new vision.
yeah,
So
It'll
that-
definitely be
Yeah,
new
the-
vision stuff for sure.
Yeah.
If that's not introduced into the multiverse of madness.
I feel like that'll be in the movie if anything. You know what I mean?
Her season 2 has to happen after this movie, where I feel like Loki season 2 can definitely happen pre
Yeah, pre any
multiverse.
Yeah,
Now, do you think
Just 'cause
what
we still
if?
left it.
Do you think the What If and the Loki, show are technically tied in together? Because like the What If is showing us like what happens
could
if
possibly, yeah.
Captain America didn't actually go into the pod and stuff like that. So we're seeing the basically the wait, what if
The branches of them. Yeah, exactly.
the what if scenarios of what we've already witnessed.
I totally do, yeah. And I bet I wouldn't be surprised if they went back and put in the Watcher kind of has a silhouette We don't see him full up, kind of like we did at live action.
Yeah.
But we are going through the Watcher of our sector, and that's how we're going to view these what ifs. I wouldn't be surprised that at the end of Loki, they kind of put that in sub, like, or post.
Right.
Even post now. Because somebody noticed that they posted WandaVision. If you go back and watch the very end of the finale, something's different. There's different trees. There's maybe a shadow of Doctor Strange. Like somebody crazy on the internet went and found it.
Really?
So if they did that again with putting a little Watcher in there, that wouldn't surprise me. I do, to round up my thoughts, sorry, I do believe the What If series is us just traveling through that broken timeline that we saw at the end of Loki.
That's pretty cool.
And just kind of looking through it, just like,
I never thought of it that way. That's pretty cool to look at it that way.
It would be cool. I would enjoy that.
Yeah.
I mean, so far, I've only seen one episode. I believe there's 2 out now of the What If. But from the first episode that I've seen, you know, with the Captain America and, Captain Carter, and it was just like everything like I was seeing, I was like having flashbacks to the first Captain America movie, and then it was just being tweaked just a little bit in my mind. It was just like,
yep.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That's exactly what it is. It's pretty fucking cool. And I like to see more of them, and I hope they just stay in the what if world of just like, let's keep that there rather than having to bring back everything for a new movie or a new series. Because I enjoy just kind of like, literally, it's a great fucking title because what if, and then boom, we end it, you know? Not if, what if, and then.
And I feel like every comic book nerd always has a discussion. What if? Like, what if this happened?
Totally.
You know, like, that's the majority of what we fucking talk about. What if
all the time.
Spider-Man fucking had a kid with... You know, I don't know, fucking
Felicia Hardy,
Wonder Woman,
Mary
even
Jane
though they're not, something,
exactly,
shit like that. So yeah, it's a great, and like I said, I feel like Marvel always ties shit together somehow, even if it's like, you don't see how it could be part of like the MCU or how it be part of one storyline, they tie it in somehow.
I don't feel like Marvel has always done that, but I feel like now they are.
Well, yeah, like the current, like this new MCU shit, yeah,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like the new MCU.
Oh, always,
yeah.
In the first Iron Man, you could see Captain America's shield,
right. And
so I think they've always been into dropping Easter eggs from the beginning. But
there,
now they're more like really
more
than Easter eggs, tying shit together. You're right.
Did Iron Man have a bonus scene like after the end credits? What was the first?
His was hey, I'm here to talk to you about the Avengers.
Tony Stark, right? Yeah. So
Samuel L. Jackson.
I think
showing
because
up.
those all connected at some point, like the after credit scenes. You know, that introduced
Tony
Thanos
Stark shows
for the
up
first
into
time, you know what I mean? Like they I think always had a plan. They might be better at executing it now, like of how they connect these movies. But there was always like obviously a big in game, no pun intended.
Fuck yeah, pun intended.
I just wish they would have did the same thing for the X-Men.
Oh yeah,
I wish
eventually it's coming. It's coming into the fold. I think.
We hope so because they could do such cool shit with X-Men if they did an actual show about it and stuff.
Well, I think it would have been way better if they did it with the I shouldn't say the original. The first X-Men movie that we were introduced to. So like all those actors that played Wolverine and Storm and the Phoenix and Cyclops, like I believe they were great for their roles.
One of the best cast movie ever.
Yeah.
Definitely for sure.
And it would just have been great if they were introduced into this Marvel universe.
Oh yeah,
as they were. Like I know now, like none of them want to apprise their role again. But like it would have been great if Marvel would have actually tied them into there. Like I don't think
we had done it back in the day when we still had time. Yeah, but I would agree that ship has sailed.
Yeah, they made that fucking weird deal. Like certain like early on, they had, like Spider-Man's part of Sony and X-Men is. You know what I mean? So like,
Incredible Hulk went out.
Right. So
Ghost Rider.
They fucking
Deadpool,
sold their soul. They sold their soul
to keep their their doors open. Yeah, they had to. It's crazy to think that one time Marvel had to keep their doors open.
Now it's a juggernaut. But yeah, fucking, it's insane.
It is pretty crazy, but yeah, I agree that really would have been a good one.
Yeah, it would have been a great match. It would have been so good.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
We are getting a different team, though. Right today, we got a second Eternals preview drop that we watched. And I think I expressed it to you guys as such of like the first one had me like, okay, maybe I'll see about that.
Yeah.
And then this one dropped and I was like, oh, I will be seeing about that. Like, that second one looked pretty fucking good. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it looked fucking cool. And to be honest with you, I don't know a ton about the Eternals. So, you know what I mean? Like I was watching it as a person who's like, I don't know shit about this. And it piqued my interest. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, if you know a lot about the Internals, like, it's going to pull you in no matter what. But for me, it was like, oh, this looks fucking cool. There was a good cast, a lot of people I recognized, even though I might not have known some of their names. But a couple guys, Jon Snow was in there, and Robb Stark, and all that shit. So yeah, I thought it looked pretty fucking cool, and it's coming out relatively soon, right?
November.
So yeah, now I have something to look forward to. Because I'm
Are we going to actually go to the theaters for this one?
I vote for it. I will if you guys will.
Yeah,
I miss those seats.
Yeah.
I miss Bunch of Crunch and their fresh hot popcorn. Oh, dude, we did Jiffy Pop though the other day.
Oh, that's fucking good.
It was so worth it. It tastes like the most like movie popcorn I've
reminds
had
me
in
of
a
Scream
while.
though. Every time,
It reminds me of Scary Movie for the
that's
stupid
it.
reason
Same
for it.
reason, yeah. Different version, but same connection.
Yep,
yeah.
exactly. I love that.
Oh, I used to love fucking Scream. But anyways, go ahead.
But the Eternals actually remind me of a show that Nick, that you told me to watch. Was I'm forgetting what the title was. It was a show about superheroes where the kids started to want to kill rather than be heroes. They were going against their dad.
Jupiter's Legacy?
Yes.
The one on Netflix with Josh Duhamel?
Yes, the one that that's exactly it.
I like that one. A lot of people didn't. It's not coming back, but I like that. I thought that was killer.
Yeah, I
Their
literally
suits do look the same, though. You're right.
Yes, I thought I was seeing the same thing. I was like, they made a movie for this, and then it was like Eternals, and I was like, oh, okay, this is totally different. But I literally did think it was the same, premise of a show or a movie. I was like, oh, I can't believe they made a movie out of this.
It looks fucking cool.
It proves to me, too, that they're not only listening, but they're smart. So the first trailer came out, and one of the guys I like around here, we've talked about him before, Eric Voss for New Rockstars on YouTube. One of the biggest questions that's always brought up is, like, if they're eternal and they've been here, why didn't they help with anything? And this one opens up with, like, bro, Thanos happened, and, like, wars, like, what happened? And, like, we were told not to.
Yeah.
Calm the fuck down, nerds. We were told not to.
Chill the
Slow your
fuck
fucking
out.
roll. Yeah, exactly. So I did like automatically. They're like, oh, you have questions? Here's an answer.
Right.
Relax, bitch.
Yeah, like
See-
we got explanations.
Yeah,
Don't
we
worry.
got some.
My question would have been is why didn't you disappear into Snap?
Because they're eternal.
They're eternal, man. They're
I
fucking
don't know,
above
but
the
it's
snap.
half of the whole universe
They're
population.
above the snap.
They're
No.
above-
Oh yeah, okay, above the Snap, I can see that.
Because it's not like I feel like they're not in the universe. They're like
Part of it
part.
almost.
Yeah. Like
Because they're with the Celestials. We're told by the Celestials, don't get involved. The Celestials are the ones who wielded the Infinity Stones with ease, like we saw in Guardians of the Galaxy. So their powers and their children must be above the Infinity Stones, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
I'm just bullshit, Mark. I'm sorry I answered.
talking out his ass.
I answered like I fucking knew. Like, that's why, Mark.
Yeah.
Fucking come on,
Yeah.
Mark.
It's okay.
I'm sorry that I was so authoritative with an answer of like, I don't fucking know.
I don't know shit about the Eternals, so don't listen to me. I'm just.
I mean,
saying
it would be a good explanation.
It makes sense in
It
my
makes
head,
sense.
yeah.
That's why I didn't argue back. I was
They'll,
like, oh yeah,
they'll probably
okay,
explain
okay,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, they'll probably
Makes sense.
explain it in the movie. Like,
Yeah.
it was why we didn't get snapped or whatever. But maybe they did, or maybe some of them did. Who the fuck knows? We'll see. I guess.
Maybe they
But,
didn't care.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They didn't even notice, correct? They were just in the void.
Just
Like,
by technicality in the preview, the one guy's like, I haven't seen these guys in like millennia or whatever he says.
Yeah.
And, and so it's like, okay. So maybe he didn't know. Maybe they did get snapped. They just didn't know.
Yeah.
correct.
Looks
If
fucking-
when you're alive that long, 5 years is nothing.
Yeah. Right. You're eternal.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I was
We're gonna
gone for
keep going
5
back to
years.
the name of
Whatever.
Eternals, yeah.
I thought I was napping.
What happened? The snap just gave him really bad gas.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh.
Thanos. They probably just laughed.
I
at
had
him, like,
Dairy
fuck
Queen,
that,
oh, no.
dude.
I'm just farting out the dust, just like, oh god.
But, or maybe it was part of the Timekeeper's plan.
Yeah.
Maybe
All
he
the
kept them
fucking
around.
timekeepers.
I don't
There's
know.
a lot of answers I hope this gives on the bigger universe of what we seem to be searching around. We're definitely off of Earth. Yes, I know the Infinity Saga kind of took place in many places, but
I feel like
this is going to be much bigger, even bigger scope, which seems kind of crazy because Infinity War Saga was huge, but
I feel like this
They're
movie,
setting shit
like this movie might not fly under the radar, but some people might not expect it to do big things, and I think it might
It may
have
open doors.
some serious implications. You know what I mean? Like that people might not realize. They might just think, oh, this looks like a cool movie, a Marvel movie, and then they go in and watch like, oh fuck, this was way bigger than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah. It's kind of like The Mandalorian. You know, like everyone's like, oh, it's a side story. It's a side story, and the next thing you know, it's like, oh crap, there's Luke.
That fucking
you know.
I love that scene so much.
Yeah,
I gotta watch season 2. Sorry.
Did you wait?
I still haven't.
Yeah, I just spoiled
right?
it. I just spoiled it, didn't I?
Well, the internet did.
Oh,
I don't even know how long.
I still
ago.
apologize.
No excuse though.
Yeah, no, I don't. It's been so long. It's been a while. I thought we were gonna get through an episode without saying it.
I was thinking today actually something happened. I was gonna say it's been a while since I've been here, but it's been a while. But yeah, so Eternals, I'm fucking looking forward to it.
Super stoked.
I hope I could, get to see it in theaters if shit doesn't get crazier and fucking because I feel like this movie you gotta see in theaters. Like some movies you can watch at home, that's when you gotta see in fucking theaters.
Well, I feel like they finished wrapping it up at a good time because it was like in between the period of COVID where it was like, oh, I think we think it's over, and then here comes the Delta variant. Like Loki just unleashed the Delta variant and was like, oh,
fucking up the timeline. Loki's fucking up the timeline.
Yeah, Loki fucking up the timeline.
That's funny. Yeah, my summer plans, the Loki variant or the
yeah. Those fucking memes are great, but
they are getting better. Yeah.
Like if there's some funny ones, like someone like, oh shit, that's a bad. Like
it's bad.
The OJ one, like
true.
fucking that's hilarious, but like oh fuck, yeah, it's fucking good. But anyway,
yeah. I mean, I believe the Eternals is going to be a kick-ass movie. From what the cast that I'm seeing, I see great things. So I believe for a movie that, like JD just said, that may fly over people's heads because they don't understand it or not have any knowledge of them. But with the cast that is there, they definitely did the correct thing where they were like, we're going to put,
Angelina
Jolie in there. We're going to put the actor of Jon Snow, and we're going to put like these recognizable faces into this movie.
Kit Harington, yeah.
And we're just going to put recognizable faces in there to just even attract new people.
Oh, for sure.
He's pretty.
Kit? Yeah. He's short, too, though. He's like super short, I think.
I like that. I can pick him up and just take him places with me.
Come on, buddy. Yeah, if I can, Game of Thrones is a whole nother story. But yeah, like you said, they're getting these actors, and it's going to draw some people in who might not have any interest. Like, oh, that guy's from Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones. Let me check this out. So yeah,
absolutely.
I think it'll be cool.
That's Disney's marketing at its finest.
Oh yeah, they know what
especially too. Yeah, because the other one's in there too. Rob Stark.
Yeah.
Whose last name is Madden. I want to say Joel, but that's a good Charlotte.
That's good Charlotte, Joel Madden, yeah.
But I'm positive his last name is Madden because it was a good friend of mine's last name growing up. So I'm like, I know it's Madden because at one point I was petitioning him to be the Batman. Where I thought Rob Stark could have been the Batman before Pattinson is going to take it, but I thought that guy could have done it.
I could see that, yeah.
He's got a good chin.
Yeah.
You need a good chin to be Batman.
Yeah, you do need a strong
chin. You can bulk up, but you can't grow a better chin.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I've tried.
Which a little off topic of Marvel here, but what are your guys' thoughts of everyone petitioning for Ben Affleck to actually have his own solo Batman movie?
I think that's a perfect fucking segue into the DC talk, man. As we wrapped up the Marvel, like that was actually pretty fucking perfect, especially after the Suicide Squad hit. Yeah. And I don't think it hit as hard as they thought. So I do think that there might be some merit behind them looking at it and going, "Fuck it." Like we just keep throwing stuff and nothing's sticking, throw more. Rather than like, how about we figure out the right ammo? Nah, they're like, just make more.
They're trying to play catch up now because Marvel's so much further ahead, like financially and fucking just fan wise, I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, because Batman's my favorite superhero, but if you ask me if I'm going to pick Marvel or DC, I'm taking Marvel all day because I'm more enthralled in that world. But I mean, yeah, why not give Ben Affleck a fucking movie? He's back with J-Lo. Give him a new movie. Like
it's party like it's fucking 1999 again, guys. Let's make him Batman.
Yeah, that was a big thing. Who's gonna be the next Batman? Like, and I feel like Ben Affleck, if he was around then, he probably would have been like the next Well, obviously he's a Batman now, but like, give him his own movie, see what he could do with it. I mean, he's got some good movies, so I feel like you can't fuck it up. I didn't see I know I'm bad. I didn't see like Dawn of Justice. I'm not Dawn of Justice. Batman vs Superman. So I didn't get to see him as Batman, really, just like videos I've seen on the internet. But I mean, I'm all for it. Fucking, why not? They're doing every other thing. Like Rob Pattinson's Batman, so why not give Ben Affleck a shot at it too?
I want to see more. I would go see all the Batman. Oh, some people say maybe I'm not elitist or I'm not in line with. Not elitist. I'm not
purist.
A purist, thank you. You know, like
welcome.
it's Snyder or bust.
Yeah, right.
Which I get for some people. I really
I
do
love the
because I
Snyders, yeah.
love Zack Snyder's Justice League. I love Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
And I love what Ben did as that character for the most part.
Yeah.
There are little things I can nitpick on, but I'm an asshole and I love Batman a lot. I would go see both those movies. I'd go see them back to back. And then I'd buy them both.
Double
You know, I'm
feature,
in it
yeah.
no matter what.
Fuck yeah. You put on Batman and I'm going to watch a Batman movie. I don't care what it's about, who's in it. I'm going to fucking watch it. But yeah, like give him a shot and let him fucking do it.
To answer your question, though, I do find some sort of irony of like, I was the asshole who, when they announced that, I was like, this sucks. And then everything I just said happened where I watched it and I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm also not the person jumping on Pattinson. I'm shutting the fuck up until I see it.
Yeah. It was like when Heath Ledger was announced as the Joker, everybody's like, oh, what the fuck, this guy? And then best Joker ever, arguably. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, you can't. I'm the same way anymore. I used to like judge people off the bat, but when casting, but now I'm like, I'll give them a shot. And if they suck, I'll be like, I fucking told you so. But otherwise, I like to be pleasantly surprised with them. You know?
Was that another pun intended of judging them off the bat or no?
No, it wasn't.
Thank
It's full
you.
of fucking puns, man. My life is a pun.
But I would watch more Batman.
Yeah,
Give me all the Batman.
I
All
personally
of them.
thought Ben Affleck was a pretty good Batman. I mean, he beefed up for the role, so he definitely looked like a more of a DC Universe Batman versus like, you know, the original Batman who was, you know, beefy, but he wasn't like jacked.
Yeah.
Like,
Tallest guy to play him since Adam West.
yeah. So he
a fun
definitely
fact.
did the role. And like I remember watching videos of him training for Batman. And he's sitting there with the chains and the tire, like,
Yeah.
even though that was a scene in the movie, he actually
real as
really
shit,
did it.
yeah.
He actually
That's
really
him.
did that, to beef
Fuck
up
yeah.
for being Batman. So like he did very much take that role very seriously, but it was also his dream to be be Batman. So for him to get that, perfect.
Fuck yeah.
And I think he deserves his solo movie, and I think Warner Brothers should jump on it. I totally agree with the masses who are also behind that.
Not only does he deserve it, I think Joe Manganiello. Sorry, sir, if you're listening. Hi. No.
I know
Sorry,
you're
I pronounced
talking
your name wrong, but yeah, I don't know. It's hard.
about Manganiello or
Manganiello,
Manganiello,
maybe?
something like that. I know
It
you're
could
talking
go either
about.
way. I don't know.
Either way.
But
Either way's
he was in Spider-Man, kind of tying back to that. Isn't that funny that he played the original Flash Thompson?
Oh shit! Yeah, that's right. Now you mentioned that. Yep, Joe
B-
Manganiello, I think it is. But anyways,
Manganiello.
something like that. Whatever.
I
No,
know.
keep going. Keep going.
I'm butchering his name.
But he got big for it too, and he was ready for it, and he's really talkative with fans of like, they're like, hey, were you ready for this? And like other people just kind of either deny or ignore, where he's like, no, I was ready. I'm ready right now. Whatever you need, like, let's go. Deathstroke all the way.
Yeah.
And he's one that I'd like to see more and more of him. He's a great character.
Fuck yeah.
I'm ready for big screen Deathstroke because Titans in season 2 did a small screen Deathstroke and it worked out very well. I really much enjoyed that. It was also on my list of stuff to talk. Have you guys watched any Titans?
I have watched.
Not
some
I.
of the
I'm
Titans.
surprised I haven't. Shocker. But no, I haven't. I dig deep more into that shit. But I mean, I like the premise of it. I just never got around to watching it.
It's definitely darker than what I thought it was going to be. Like, I literally was surprised of the theme of being so dark. Like, Teen Titans has always been pretty dark, if you really, like, think about it. Because even, like, the animated series, I'm not talking about Teen Titans Go, screw that cartoon. But I'm talking about, like, the animated series that we grew up with. And even then it was dark. Like, Beast Boy, like we found out, like every time Beast Boy transforms, his cells are breaking apart. Like he's literally dying every time he transforms. Like there was a lot of dark premise to Teen Titans.
This Man, This Machine, I think is one of the episodes where like Vic Stone, aka Cyborg's like, he says something about being the original version and Starfire is like, well, I met you like this. And he's like, well, that's fine for you. But like, this isn't what I see when I look in the mirror. And it was a dark fucking episode. You're right.
Yeah.
Slade Wilson's in that, though they can't call him Deathstroke or anything. And they are fighting technically a multinational, what's the word? when you hire people for mercenary. There it is.
Oh, hired to kill. Yeah.
But I totally say that if you watch it, you wouldn't be surprised if I wrote it.
Right.
For the simple fact that Dick Grayson says fuck about every 4 seconds, bro. And in season 3, it just got worse where he has just... if it was a drinking game, you'd be wasted by the end of an episode by how many times. Like, everybody says fuck quite often, but he especially, maybe he gets the most lines and just has the most opportunity. But there was a point where Nick James, said, maybe we should toe down on the fucks a little bit, which I never thought was possible. I didn't know I had a fuck meter. I really didn't know that it could go too far, but apparently even for Dick Grayson's just like, all right, guys, we get it. He's angry.
Yeah,
but
chill out a little bit. Fucking take a Xanax or something, dude.
Because that was the thing that launched the first season. Season 1, episode 1. At one point, he's hunting down people. They're like, "Oh, it's just Robin. Where's Batman?" He kicks the shit out of him. And at the very end of it, the camera zooms in. And he goes, "Fuck Batman."
Yeah, that's
gangster.
That's actually when I actually liked the show. Like that's where I was like, oh.
Yeah, keep going with it.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta keep watching this.
Yeah,
because this season they did Red Hood, so I won't spoil too much. Yeah. But so far, 3 seasons or 3 episodes in, I'm just like, I like this, and I also like the burst of like 3 episodes per whatever day it released. I didn't pay attention, but it's like 3, 3, 3, and I'm like, yeah, that's so much better than 1 week at a time.
Right? Yeah.
Unless they're gonna do the old bait and switch, and they just gave us 3, and then they're like, well, here's 1 now. And you're like, yeah, exactly. To keep me on my toes.
You off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I have to check it out. I have, like I said, I've never saw it, but it sounds
mad good.
Sounds like it would have my interest. Anytime you have fuck a lot in the show, you got my interest.
See that, and you got to watch the Snyder Cut too.
Snyder Cut. I'll do that at my other job. The one that I guess I have a lot of free time there, so I could probably watch it there. I'm just terrible when it comes to that. Like I have shit on my to watch list, and I just don't get around to doing it. But
you got to break your foot like me.
I know. You
got to break your foot like me, so you can just stay home
or something. Yeah.
And then I guess finally we can end with The Suicide Squad. Definitely want to talk about how bad it's failing numbers wise. Did you find it to be as disappointing as the general media, public, people seem to be?
I enjoyed it. I liked it. You know, I mean, it wasn't like, oh, this is one of the greatest movies of all time, but I was surprised how much I did enjoy it. So, but I feel like it's tough now financially to judge stuff with COVID, even though I know there's movies coming back now, but like that might have a factor to do with it. You know what I mean? Like people are just not, that excited, or like have so much content now because they're home doing shit. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it first one I only got through like 10 minutes of it. I'm like, this is fucking garbage, and I turned it off. So I made it through the whole one of this one. I enjoyed it a lot, and I thought John Cena was good in it. Surprisingly, I thought he was gonna suck. That
was surprising. I really did think John Cena was gonna suck ass. I was like, oh, this is going to be like that Fast and the Furious movie. Yeah. Like this is going to be horrible. Right. And I was like, oh, he's actually really good at it.
Yeah, he was good. I enjoyed it. I liked it, but would I like run out and tell people you have to go see it? No. So that's probably part of the reason why it's failing, not doing as well financially too. People aren't jacked up about it,
Yeah. For me, The Suicide Squad, I enjoyed every aspect of the movie. I mean, there was like points where it was slow, and then there was some points of the movie where it was like, but overall, for what it was, I enjoyed it. So I mean, I enjoyed King Shark. I enjoyed all the whole crew. I believe the one that could not have been in the movie, and the only reason why she was in the movie was just because people like Harley Quinn. With Harley Quinn, like I felt like if Harley Quinn didn't even have to be in the movie, because I didn't feel like she played a big role throughout the entire movie. I feel like the cast they had without Harley Quinn was good enough. I felt like it was great.
It was a good cast, but I thought she was great in Harley Quinn.
I feel like if we had started her character to begin with, don't see her at all in the beginning, then her first mini movie of her getting like wooed and falling in love and the birds and then the shooting and then her breaking out, that could have been like her mini movie, could have been her introduction to the entire thing. It made more sense, because there was a point during that where I was like, we haven't cut away from this bitch in a while, like this is just really taken over. So I would agree. Like I would agree with you both. If I enjoyed what she did, but I would have punched her up a little bit by maybe saving her. But it was kind of almost like the Harley Quinn show. Like, hey, remember that she's still in this shit because
I think it was too much.
People like
focus
her.
on Yeah, I believe it was a little too much focus on her. I believe the cast that they had was terrific. Like, I loved all the actors.
Idris Elba, he was good.
You know, even the polka dot guy. You know, like,
Dave DeSmallchin.
yeah, like I liked
That's a fun
him.
name.
You know, like I thought it was hilarious that he got all swelled up. And
Had to purge them and stuff.
Yeah.
It was a very interesting take that they went with him, and it was one that I didn't see coming.
The mom shit was hilarious.
That was one that I really didn't see coming.
It was so funny though.
Giant like kaiju mom and her
Or then the
burning
club
off her
and saw his
anger.
mom's dancing
It was fucking weird, and that was one of the
fucking
ones I was
weird.
like, this went in a direction that I didn't see, and I liked it this time. Like this was cool.
Yeah, it was really neat. I mean, I could sit there and say the starfish totally grossed me out. Like seeing it.
It was weird, yeah.
I love Starro. I was
Yeah.
talking about it with
Starro.
Danny G. I was so happy they went that route.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like-
Star was a great villain, but
It's
just
deep
him,
DC cuts.
the CGI of it grossed me out. Like like him, like
Shooting out
the
the
legs and
ones,
him
yeah.
shooting out his star. Yeah, it was
The
it was
little
just
stars
gross.
come from his armpits,
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah,
Yeah.
but where else could they come from? Like,
Right.
he's all armpits.
Yeah. Guy's
mean-
got all arms, yeah.
It just kind of grossed me out. But I was at the same time, I was like, yeah, this is really cool. I mean, that and the rats.
The
You
rats,
know, the
yeah.
rats that like
Fucking
devoured
rats. I
him.
don't like rats.
That was the other thing too that I didn't see going into the movie. Like, oh, you'll come out really liking Ratcatcher
Right,
2.
yeah.
Like, who?
Yeah.
And then I came out of it just like, wait, we're getting a stupid John Cena show. Like, let's get a Ratcatcher 2 show instead. Like,
Yeah.
I liked his performance to an extent. Again, I think
John
if he was
Cena,
held
yeah.
back a little bit more, I would have liked it more.
Yeah.
So I'm not lining
plays
up
a
to
good-
see his show.
He plays a good douchebag, so
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, I'm not like stoked about the show, but while I watch it, probably. But I don't know. This probably goes back to me just not liking him. I'm a wrestling fan too, and I still don't like him as a wrestler. Like I respect what he did, but like, so I think that's part of it why I'm not dying to see a show. But he did surprise me in the movie. I thought he was good, but like you said, they probably could have held him back a little bit more, and you know.
I like that he went a different route than Dwayne Johnson, because as far as we know, Dwayne Johnson's always been a good guy. So out of like the wrestling careers,
Right, yeah.
You know, he's always played I'm a good guy type of person,
Yeah.
and that's what I want my role to be. And then to see John Cena go like, yeah, I'm gonna go the opposite way. I'm gonna be a bad guy,
Yeah.
you know, or an
Well, is he?
anti-hero.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's an anti-hero because he's not really a
He's doing what the government told him.
right. He thinks he's doing
his job.
Right. He thinks he's doing it for the greater good, like as opposed to a villain where he's like, I just want to see the world get
for
fucked
my
up.
greater
Yeah,
good.
exactly. I think he's kind of like from Falcon Winter Soldier, U.S. Soldier, whatever, the new
U.S.
Captain
agent,
America.
yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, U.S. agent. So it's like kind of like they have this misguided vision of what they think they're doing is for the greater good, but when really, it might not be. But yeah, but it was definitely a cool take. I thought it was interesting to see him play that as well.
I mean, what would you guys say was your favorite character in that movie?
King Shark.
Stallone, right? That was Sylvester Stallone, wasn't it?
Just because it was stupid,
was
and
like
I
Groot.
expected
Yeah,
it
it
to
was
be
like a Groot,
stupid,
yeah.
but then they gave him like, I don't have friends, and it was like, I will be your friend, Giant Shark. Like
Yeah,
I can be
yeah.
like, and I wasn't expecting to have that connection.
Yeah.
And it was a real connection because at the end he was like friends, and I was like, "This is great. Yes, they are your friends. I'll be your friend too."
As long as you don't eat me.
Oh, yeah, he was probably about the most likable character. I mean, it was just he was all around. That was great.
I liked Idris Elba's character. What's his fucking name? The black guy's name. What's his name? What's the character's name?
That,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
no, it's not.
I want to
Deadshot.
keep saying Deadshot,
It's
but I'm
not.
Yeah,
wrong.
but it's
Yeah,
not
I know.
Deadshot. I want to say Deadshot, but it's not
Something like
Deadshot.
that.
Blood sport. Oh
Blood-
god, that took too long.
That was
Yeah.
it, yeah. I liked him. He was probably my favorite. 'Cause I thought he had a cool arc. He was this basically a mercenary kind of, and then he had this daughter who he's like they fought all the time, but he kind of like did everything for her benefit. Like he was trying to like. I don't know. So he was probably my favorite character because I thought he was. I just like Idris Elba too from other stuff, so I think that's partially why I thought he was the best. But yeah, I would say Bloodsport was my favorite.
I mean, I think his scene in the movie when he was in jail and his daughter comes to see him, and Amanda Waller sets basically him up
Right, to do
to do the thing. I think that scene was very hysterical, and it also probably made you understand his character a little bit more. Like, became a little bit more compassionate towards his character and why he's a villain and why he does what he does. And he's like, I never want you to be like me. And and it's just like, oh, okay. But I also felt like they kind of stole that from Deadshot, from the animated series, which I shared the video guys with you. Like, I felt like that's where that ending of Suicide Squad was going. But like, his story arc kind of reminded me of the Deadshot animated series. So I was like, oh, he took the dollar, blah, 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 Man of Waller, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, this all seems like Deadshot's
similar, yeah.
Story arc. And I was like, oh, it's not. But overall, he was a good actor. He was good as Bloodsport, and I did enjoy him.
I liked it too. I gave it a C+. Good effort.
Yeah. I think I might give it a B- me personally, but like nothing crazy. Like, that's being generous maybe, but I would probably give it a B-. I would recommend. I feel like I'm just wanting such more superhero movies, so I feel like maybe it was just filling a void a little bit, and I was like, oh, this is fucking awesome.
More DC stuff for once, yeah.
Right. And a good DC, because there's been a lot
I
of
was about to say
DC,
a good DC. Like, we've had DC movies. We want a good DC.
You guys got to watch the fucking Snyder Cut then, okay?
I know.
We begged for a good DC movie, and they gave us one, and it's called the Snyder Cut.
Well, no,
I hope we get the Ayer cut too.
They gave it to us after a year or two
after the fact.
After the original one was like, yeah, we messed up. Here's his Snyder's
COVID,
actual version.
He could do this all from his home. We might as well let him finish.
Right, and make money off it. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. I can't wait to get the physical media in my hand. I think it's coming out soon.
Yeah.
I think it's coming out right around for my birthday.
That's cool.
I hope they do it like the Titanic, where it's like it's on like 4 separate VHSs, but like 4 different discs.
That'd be fucking good. That's funny. Good callback too. To the Titanic of it.
It was 2 VHSs.
Yep.
Whatever the fuck it was. That's a long ass movie. But yeah,
try explaining that to kids right now.
The Titanic.
Yeah, you had to stop the movie because the cassette ended. You had to stop it, pop it out, and put in a second cassette.
Fucking stupid. Yeah, so annoying.
And if you got it from Blockbusters, you had to hope that the person rewinded before you
check
popped it
both.
back in.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Don't start the first one if the second one hasn't been rewound.
Be kind. Please rewind. Yeah. Fucking. Yeah, those were tough times, kids. You guys don't realize the struggle back then. Fucking. But,
hitting the restart button like it's nothing.
Yeah. Fucking streamers and your millennials.
Start.
I can't wait for this just to get older and us just to keep doing this 100% of just like, you don't know. I had a Tamagotchi and I thought he was gonna die when I died.
Yeah. The R2D2 one looks cool. The Tamagotchi.
Might get it.
Yeah, I think
I might get it.
When you sent that to me, I was like,
Christmas gift maybe.
Yep.
And the funny thing is like, I wonder if it poops.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
It'll probably have like some sort of, probably not poop, but like some sort of
cleaning cycle.
Bolts or nuts fall out of
Yeah,
it or something. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I fucking, what were we talking? Sorry, what were we talking?
We're on Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. But yeah, like the Snyder Cut, you were saying, now you have to get around to watching that. So
yeah, I'd probably give it a C+. I think it was a good movie. I did enjoy it, but it wasn't like the best that it could have been. No. And I only feel that way because it was just so focused on Harley Quinn that I felt like
I love Margot Robbie, so
you had a greater range of characters, But I watched it with the kids, and I remember texting you guys, and I was like thinking, oh, this is like a Deadpool, like it's a PG-13 thing, which they're young, they shouldn't even watch that. But I was like, oh, they wanted to watch this.
Rated R.
Yeah.
Well, not the original.
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Sure.
Yeah. I thought oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The remake of Deadpool when they made it for PG-13.
Oh, okay.
Something Deadpool Upon a Christmas or some money grab shit like that.
I don't want that shit. Give me R-rated Deadpool.
But, the kids begged me to watch it with them, and I was like, okay, we will watch this. And then I was like, I'm sure it's not that bad. Because I'm thinking back to the first one, and the first one wasn't too bad either. Right. So I was like, it's not gonna be that bad. And I was like, oh no, the shark just ripped this person in half. I was like, this is not a movie.
There could have been
kids.
1 or 2 parts, yeah. Maybe cover your eyes, guys. Headphones.
Oh yeah, is in it too? Michael Rucker. Is that his name, Michael Rucker? Mm-hmm. Yeah, from Guardians of the Galaxy and Walking Dead. And he's
always from Mallrats to me.
Yeah, really? Yeah. He's always, for me,
Mr. Spang.
Walking Dead. Like, I remember most from The Walking Dead when I used to enjoy that show. Now it's garbage in my opinion. But anyway, but he got killed off quick. So there was a lot of it was
Man,
it was good. Wasn't great.
Wasn't great.
I wouldn't fly out to see it again. Or anything
No,
like that.
no. I'm glad that we didn't actually
Yeah,
go to
I'm glad we didn't go to
theaters
theaters
to see that one.
That was a good.
But
hopefully the Eternals will be the opposite of
Right,
that.
yeah.
That would
well,
be nice.
we have no choice but to see that one in theaters.
Correct.
But
Well, maybe if this Delta comes through, they might run
Like,
up
oh,
to
shit,
Disney Plus
yeah.
right quick, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Not
true.
make the same mistake they made with Black Widow of like, we'll wait it out. We'll wait it out.
Yeah, I'm like,
We'll wait it out.
They really
Here it is.
shouldn't
And
have,
everybody was like,
yeah.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
I don't want to watch it.
it wasn't
Yeah.
that great.
It's too
of a
late.
movie to wait for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was fine. That was fine too, but nothing great.
If they push this, they'll have to push everything. Where this being a prequel of like being based in the 90s, Black Widow, I mean, like,
Right.
it could have come out tomorrow and still wouldn't have changed anything to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas this Eternals has to come out to keep the entire timeline, I think.
Right.
I don't know.
It'll be
Maybe.
out in fun one way or fashion, but hopefully
Black Widow was just too late.
Yeah.
It's like we already know what happens to you.
Yep.
We already know you're gonna fall and plunge to your death. Now we just gotta watch your movie plunge to its death.
Yep.
You know,
Exactly.
It was good though. That was the first movie I saw back in theaters, so it was good to see a movie in theaters. But otherwise, yeah, could have been a
The popcorn won you over on that one, maybe.
yeah, exactly. Just the nostalgia. Of
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was about to say nostalgia got you there.
Yeah,
Oh man, popcorn.
I fucking love popcorn.
Gonna go get some popcorn.
Jiffy Pop.
Hell yeah.
Overpriced candy.
Guys, this has been so great. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I definitely, there's always something special about two guests. One more opinion going in there. A menage a trois of guests, if
Always
you
something
will.
more special.
I can't thank you enough, really. I say it all the time, and just because I say it a lot I hope it doesn't lose its value. If time is precious, there's a finite time for everyone, and the fact that you come to spend some with me really, truly means the world for me, for my fun little podcast, for everybody out there. Thank you. I really do mean it.
Thanks for having us. Love it.
Yeah, I love being here, and one of my most favorite things is texting the two of you and seeing if you guys watch the latest episode of whatever we all enjoy.
That is great, yeah. We do have a fun group chat going. Thank everybody out there, too, for listening. Like I just said to these guys, time is short, so spending it with us is awesome. If you could just take a little bit more to hit up all your favorite social medias, the internet, you know how it works, like, subscribe. If you can't do any of that, though, the big thing would be word of mouth. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell somebody you like, tell somebody you hate. I don't care, just tell somebody. Because if you know somebody who likes Buds, Bros, or Superheroes, have I got a fucking show for you. Guys, I've been Nick James, once again joined with two of my favorite guys,
JD
And Mark.
Buds, Bros, and Superheroes are out of here.